So, a lot of people are putting their testimonies on YouTube, so I thought I would too. And it's kind of long, but I'll try to shorten it. Basically, I've been all my life, I grew up in a Christian home, and I've been the typical Christian kid, youth group, going to church, but secretly I was living two different lives. The one life was the good Christian kid life, quote unquote good Christian kid life. The other life was I was addicted to everything you can imagine, just leading down a path that led to emptiness and coming out of college, or going into college actually, was really hard for me because I really just wanted to fit in, and I really cared about if people would like me, or if people would invite me to things and all this other jazz. And I actually got invited to a freshman party, or not a freshman party, but like a party that when I was a freshman. And this girl, she invited me, and that was just one of the worst mistakes I made, because after that it started going downhill quickly. I started drinking almost every single weekend. I started getting into different drugs, alcohol, all sorts of things, and I really was just running away from God. I was afraid. I even woke up one day and I told God to his face I didn't care, and it just wasn't good. And that summer I just really was broken, and I decided to just run away from my parents. I was afraid, so I got a job that involved traveling from different places, and I was so just broken and alone, and I could tell all my coworkers were equally broken and alone, and just searching for pleasure in all the wrong places and satisfaction in all the wrong places. And one day I just cried out to the Lord, and I asked God, and I told him I needed something, and for him to bring me something, and he did. He actually brought me a Bible through a group that was near my work. We went to get free pancakes, and they were passing out Bibles, and I grabbed one and I started reading it right away, and God started convicting my heart and just showing me how much my life is just worthless without Christ. And I started realizing all these things that I wanted would lead to destruction, and God showed me a picture of this pile of trash that was right beside me, and he pointed to the trash, and then he pointed back to me, and then he said, I want all of you or none of you. And that's when I decided all in, all or nothing. And not to say that I never sin or mess up, because everybody sins and messes up, but just realizing that Jesus was there, and he was the foundation of my faith. And after that, it was pretty cool. God started showing me a lot of cool things. My sophomore year wasn't the greatest year. I was still stuck in a lot of sin patterns, but then God started pulling me out and started showing me more and more of his grace. And that Christmas during sophomore year, God told me that in a prayer meeting, in a church service, that he wanted to go to the depths of my heart, clean out everything, and fill my heart up with his love and with his grace. And that was so amazing, and I got a wonderful opportunity to do a program called Catalyst that completely flipped my whole life upside down. I started realizing that I have identity in Christ, and that my identity is a son of God, and it was just so incredibly life-changing. And God started working in my heart even more, and I started seeing more and more verses talking about all in the Gospels. There's stories of, he gives parables that talk about his children, and how we are like sheep, like and he watches over us, and he remembers every single sheep, and how he even goes out on a limb. How the shepherd goes out on a limb to find that lost sheep and brings it back to the flock. And then it also says how we know his voice. And God has just been making his voice more and more clear to me, and it's so amazing. I just want to say, if you're a person that is looking for satisfaction, if you're always going to parties every single weekend and you come home and then you find your cup almost full, but then in the morning it's completely dry, I want to tell you, Jesus Christ fills that cup overflowing and never stops filling. And it's an absolutely amazing gift that he gives us free of cost. All you have to do is ask. Jesus, I'm a sinner. I want to have a relationship with you, not just believing in you, but actually having that relationship with you. And he will do it, and it's a healing process, a continual growing process in Christ. You continually get to know the love and the knowledge of Christ more and more, because he's eternally knowledgeable. He has eternal love that cannot be measured. It's just crazy. I hope this helps you in your walk with the Lord.